crisp day out there, got some work in, and then we're getting on that airplane tomorrow, play a good team, a division opponent that we know well. We're excited about the opportunity to go up against them. We're looking forward to the opportunity to compete. So put some finishing touches with some meetings the next few days, and then we'll be playing Saturday afternoon. Looking forward to it. But with that, I'll take any questions.
Who will be your starting quarterback?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to announce it right this minute. I want to talk to those guys about the plan, and then I'll let you guys know.
Do you still plan to use both?
I do.
Quarterback.
Is that something that you will be informing them of, like today, or you
Yeah.
take it up to?
Today.
Kevin, it looked like Dalvin walked off yesterday during practice, but he avoided anything major there?
Yeah, I'd say avoided major. Yeah.
How did it go this week with both Bailey and DTR rotating?
Good. You know, there's a limited number of reps to get guys ready, and that's just the nature of the beast. Wanted to see both of those guys with the first group and see how they operate and those type of things. You know, the story or the nature of backup quarterback play is you have to be ready to roll, whether you know you're starting, don't know you're starting. You could play number one of the game. Somebody needs a shoelace. You got to go in there. So you got to always be ready at that position. That's just part of that. It's dealing with uncertainty. So I thought both guys handled that part really well. I know, like anybody, you'd love to know what the exact plan is, but that's life in the big city.
Kevin, with Denzel missing this game, so his season done, and what did you see from him this year? What has he meant to this defense?
Yeah, obviously disappointed with this injury, but can't take away from how well he's played this season. Teams don't often throw his way. When they do, it's not oftentimes successful. He's just got that innate ability to defend the other team's best guy typically. So really proud of how he.
All right, that's enough of that bullshit. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, social media networks? Yeah, wobble, wobble, shake it, shake it. Welcome to TMD Sports and the My Dogs podcast and BFO. It is what it is, and man, Happy New Year if you're just now tuning in. It seems like it's so many people, they bite down style. They coming on tonight talking smack, but we're going to give you the real 100. Yo, Christy Acuti's in the building. Christy, let them know what's good, baby.
It's cold down here. Y'all need to take your weather back up there. This sucks. I want my heat back.
I heard that. No doubt. TP from the My Dogs podcast. TP, what's good, baby?
What's up? What's up? This your boy Thurl from the My Dogs podcast, where my opinion is always my opinion. And Happy New Year's to all you. Let's go. Let's get into this.
No doubt. Now, wow, this is going to be really crazy, man. As you well know, the Browns is in the pickle. We always talk about that. It's getting ready to be the offseason. The Browns are going to face their last game. And the quarterback situation is in such a ruckus, we don't know what's going on. But there's crazy mad rumors about a certain former Minnesota Viking QB that could be thrown in the mix. I want to ask the cast, man, like, yo, how do y'all feel about your boy Kirk Cousins coming in and handling his business, man? If Kirk come in, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Can the Browns pull this off? Christy?
I don't want him. I just why? I mean, like, what's he gonna do for us? Like, I mean, I know he said he hasn't forgotten how to play football, but like, I don't know. We just keep throwing everything. Let's see what sticks, right? No, no, whatever. I don't know. What do you think, TP?
TP, what you think, player?
Hey, me personally, I'm for it. I'm all for a deal. That's the one thing about me. I take a deal. I love free stuff. So anytime I'm able to get something free, I'm gonna jump on it. I mean, what is it gonna cost the Cleveland Browns for picking up Kirk Cousins? Guess what? The Atlanta Falcons are gonna pay his salary, 27 to 28 mil, the same way that Russell Wilson is getting paid by Denver, but playing in Pittsburgh. So we only got to pay him the league minimum. We're going to pay him a couple million, 2 or 3 mil, just to see what he can do. What people don't understand is DTR is gone. The only quarterback that the Cleveland Browns can say that's going to be on the roster next year is Deshaun Watson. So we got to bring other quarterbacks in. Even if we bring what's his name? Crab legs. We bring Winston back. Winston going to cost more than Kirk Cousins. So we got to bring guys in. So let's get somebody with some experience. What I always say on the My Dogs podcast, one thing that Deshaun Watson needs is somebody that can teach him or that he can bounce ideas off of. When Deshaun Watson throw an interception or doesn't do good, he go back, he look at the tablet, he look to his right, he had PJ Walker, look to his left, got DTR. He ain't got no help. But when you go down and you got that veteran there, be like, look, when they run this and when that guy slides down, when that guy do this and that guy do that, that's what you need to do. He needs somebody that's going to help him because people forget that Deshaun Watson, before he quit, he was only like, not quit, he left the game. He was only like 26. So he was still trying to learn the game and the system.
Chrissy, you got anything?
How old is he now? Yeah, how old is Deshaun Watson now? And like
about 27, something like that.
I don't see him sitting down and letting a veteran like coach him or advise him in any certain way. I think if he was open to learning, he would still be traveling with the team, or at least at their home games. I mean, he's off in the Bahamas having extravagant dinners with his girlfriend. He's not really concerned about supporting this team and learning about being a better quarterback. I don't think, in my opinion, but you know, like TP says, my opinion is my opinion. And like, I may be the only one that thinks that, but I think strongly that he should be with his team. He should be traveling with them. I mean, crap. The kid from Georgia, he's not going to play in Georgia ever again. He already said he's going to go for the NFL draft, and he was there at their championship game today supporting his losing Bulldogs. But he was still with his team. Like, I understand Deshaun's thought.
I can't roll with that one. I just, Foe, I got your back, Foe. I got your back.
He doesn't have the bounce back.
Where was Nicholas Chubbs at when he was hurt?
There's a couple times I've seen him up in the stands, up in the box.
And the stands in the box and all that stuff. But that's one thing that
he doesn't have to prove himself. Like, Deshaun still needs to prove himself. He's supposed to be the leader of the freaking team.
Yeah. You got.
I mean,
he's going through rehab. You only allowed a certain amount of people or something like that on the sideline to dress or not dress. I mean, it just he's Deshaun Watson is in rehab. He supports the team. He let the team know that he still want to be part of the team. Deshaun Watson came into Cleveland facilities, I think over the weekend, to let him know that he still wants to be the starting quarterback. He wants to be part of the team. So Deshaun Watson is he doing what he has to do. He loves the team.
All right. Hold on. Let me get to my split before we move on to potential draft picks. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. I mean, I think he's okay. I'm gonna tell you what he does have in common with Deshaun: a damn good agent. Because everywhere he goes, he gets paid. And granted, he will come here for a very minimal salary, like TP, like you said, similar to Russell Wilson. But the only pro I can give to that is because he worked with Stefanski in Minnesota. So he knows Stefanski's system, and I can agree on that because it's not real talk, Browns fan. It's not a lot of choices of somebody to come in here and just sweep us off our feet. It's just not. So Darnold, I would preferably have Darnold, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's doing so good. Minnesota's probably going to extend his contract. So, and they've already reported that they want to probably get rid of Cousins. And see, this is where everything I talk about negotiations and moving that money. And I told you, the cap, don't fall for that, man. The cap can be manipulated. Money can be moved around. Void contract. And you think your boy here now, he gone today. So it is what it is. So let's get to it. Oh, my God. We get to our favorite part now. Oh, my God. All these new quarterbacks that's coming out right now that's, like, let's take your boy. Let's take your boy. Christy, like your boy Carson back. You know, it is what it is.
I didn't. No. I didn't say he's my boy. I just said he traveled with his team and he was on the
Okay.
sidelines to watch them lose today.
Okay.
He's not my
so-
boy. I
okay.
don't think he's not my first pick. Sorry.
Okay, so well, we're gonna talk about that. Then you got Mr. Ward himself, Cam, which a lot of people feel like he's gonna go number one in the draft, which possibly he could go. After that, your boy Mr. Sanders in the house.
Trash.
Yes, it
Oh
is.
wow!
Yeah.
Look at his wristband.
Get money. You know what I'm saying? And then
Don't
one
get
another
money from the
one of Christie's-
Giants.
Yeah, another one of Chrissy's favorites, Mr. Jackson Dart. You know, we're gonna see how that goes. And we gotta give it up for our boy yesterday. He handled his business, Mr. Howard. Handled his business in a Rose Bowl yesterday. We got the victory. You know, they kind of slowed down in the second half, but it is what it is. Another potential favorite, Oregon. He didn't look all that great. They had the other cat in though, man. But it is what it is. And these guys, oh, we got to take it down to this too. Mr. Jalen, which is he's not, don't get me wrong, he's not high on my list right now. Texas is in the building. You know how that goes. If you're waiting on your boy, Manning and all that. And one of Christy's other favorites.
Mm.
Yes.
Or, you know, it is that's Iowa, excuse me. So out of these picks, Christy, because since Christy is the college guru, Christy, who is your number one right now?
My number one is Jackson Dent from Ole Miss. I love that kid. Like,
Okay.
he's got the arm, he's got the height, he can sense the defense really well. I mean, his numbers are also like banging. You know, he's got his passing or his QB rating as 177.7. So I think he's like the highest out of all of those QBs that we mentioned. But yeah, my favorite is Jackson Dent.
Okay.
Ole Miss.
All right.
Let's go.
I respect that. TP, who's your man, bro?
Hey, I mean, first of all, I'm just gonna say, just gonna keep it real. This is a weak draft class. Remember this, fellas. Remember this, fellas and ladies. This is a weak draft class, so you do not have to reach this year. Right now, there's only 2 quarterbacks that are worthy of the first round pick, and that is my number one. That's Cam Ward, and we will get to my second one later. The rest of them, I did my research on all of them. They are all late and second round, third round picks. But guess what? When the combine come, they looking good. Pause. When they in they draws throwing with no defenders, they're gonna say they're the best and all that. No, they're not. They already rated these quarterbacks. There's only 2 quarterbacks that was rated that comes out in the top. I mean, in the first round. The rest of them are all rated second, third, and fourth round quarterbacks. So do not believe what you hear. They are not that good.
All right, so TV, why you up? Who's your rated number one?
Cam Ward.
The Cam.
Okay.
Killer Cam, man. But I'm not sold on him in Cleveland.
Okay, so explain why you're not sold on Cam Ward in Cleveland. Break it down. Why are you not sold on Cam Ward?
One of Stefanski, the play calling. I mean, what's the difference between Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Deshaun Watson? Guess what? They all play out of the shotgun. Who play good? That's decent. We need a decent quarterback, and that's another reason why I somewhat roll with Kirk Cousins. We need a quarterback that can get under the center, since the head coach and the OC don't want to change their game plan and the way they play. Their game plan is for a quarterback to be under center. So Cleveland needs somebody that's under center, and we don't do nothing but kill QBs anyway, man. Let's go get an old guy, go get a veteran. I don't want to mess up one of these kids' future. Let them be something.
No doubt. Christy, do me a favor, grab them comments for me when you can. Now, I got something to say. Hold on. I got something to say about that real quick. Now, ooh, oh my God, when I say this now, one of my picks would be your boy. What up, cuz? What's cracking, baby? Got big cousin in the building, my cousin Howard, man. He down there and whatnot, Florida and whatnot. So I gotta, this is crazy trying to click all these goddamn buttons. Now,
Oh,
This is the crazy shit. Hold on a
I-
second. Let me
What?
let me get this off.
Don't
Let me get
speak to
He
this
me.
your
off.
number one? He your
Let me-
number one?
Hang on.
don't
Let
speak to
get
me
this
ever
off.
again.
Hold on. Let me get this off. Don't hate. Don't hate. Everybody got their opinion. The reason why I like Mr. Sanders is this. His father is a Hall of Famer, a seasoned veteran. Not only did he coach in the HSBCU, now he's taking it to another level. Out of the preparation out of all of these guys, who better to have your father, who is a former NFL player, who knows what the NFL needs, who knows the response of the NFL, to groom you to play the position. And then when you
I'll
look
tell you
at
what.
some of the offense, hang on. There's another thing. There's another caveat. Do you know who their offensive coordinator is right now in Colorado? Pat Shermer. Mr. Shermer, was he not here in Cleveland? I'm not saying he did the greatest, but he was here in Cleveland. You can boo and all that, how you feel. I just feel like he was been groomed more to understand the offense. But you guys are right on a certain note. Anybody that these guys pick, I personally feel like they need to fit Stefanski's system. If Kevin Stefanski is going to be your head coach, I don't want to have a guy in who's used to doing something else. And now the same thing I feel about your boy. He was brought into a system that he really doesn't understand, that he doesn't have all the nuances to play the game. You saw what Flacco did. You saw what your boy Jameis did. Bring a guy in. Let Kevin, if Kevin is the head coach, give him more say. That way, when you fire his ass, you know whose fault it is. So get him a guy, and I feel like him and maybe Beck, who understand the nuances of the Kevin Stefanski West Coast version of Bill Walsh system. If you bring a guy in who's a running quarterback like your boy from Alabama, we're going to have a problem because you're trying to force him to do something that he's not used to. And so I'm going to let y'all have the floor. Christy, you can be mad. Go ahead and say what you say. Look at this sad face. Go ahead, puppy dogs. Go
I
ahead.
am sad. You know why? Because you know how I feel about the Sanders family. Okay. The Sanders
Wait,
family is
how do you
like
feel about the
inviting the
Sanders
Ball family into the NBA. Okay.
Huh?
Dion knows anything and everything about football. So don't you think he's going to want to run the show in Cleveland when he gets there? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. When his son gets there, if that's where he were to go. No. Shador had his Giants cleats on for their bowl game, which they blew. So let him go get drafted by the Giants. Number one, him and his daddy can go up to New York and he can screw around up there. Okay. I know his dad personally. I've met him personally. He's a douchebag. I don't want that kind of energy anywhere near our stadium. No,
Christy,
no.
are you calling Deion Sanders a douchebag?
Yes,
really?
I did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Wow. You know what? If he went to the high school that you graduated from, and he would come there and he would sit with the alumni in the cafeteria and not talk to any of the students and not sign any autographs because he's too good for that, you would think that he's a douchebag too. He would come in, he would drop off cleats to all this, different sports, looking like freaking Santa Claus in his little white Lexus with the gold trim when it first came out in the 90s, and then haul ass down Orange Grove and back up down towards the airport and actually get arrested illegally fishing.
Christy, hang
What?
on. Christy, what does that, because you have a personal issue, what does that have to do with his professionalism, his experience in the NFL? Because he didn't drop off, the cleats ain't right. I don't understand the logic right now.
No, I don't
just
care
want
that
you
he
to
dropped
break it
off
down for
cleats.
me.
It's great that he dropped off cleats, but he thought he was
Okay.
buying people that way. That's not
Christy,
how you.
Do you
No,
do you think Deion is competent? Do you think Deion is a competent coach right now?
no, because I think that he puts his own feelings and his own pride above his team's.
Wow. TP, do you have any retort on that one? Christy is really like pulling out. See that bang bang. She get that.
How about
Okay.
Dion? Neon
Okay,
Dion.
go ahead.
Ooh.
What do you
Wanna-
think?
wanna-
Is Deion a
wanna-
competent coach, TP?
He's a great motivator. I wouldn't want. I don't. I'm somewhat with her, but on different levels. I don't want nobody from Colorado. I don't want nobody with ties with Dion. I don't want Travis. I don't want Shador. I don't want Shiloh. I mean, I don't want none of them because he's in their ear and he's telling them what to do. I need my organization to talk to the player and his agent. And his agent is not Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is leading these kids, to me, somewhat down a wrong path, the same way that he played his son the other day, all 4 quarters, and getting him jacked up when you know that this man is getting ready to be the second overall quarterback out, and you want to risk his career. Come on now, and you want to tell Travis Hunter, don't go nowhere unless they let you play both ways. Nah. I'm good on Deion and his players. He can have them. I respect them. I want them to do good, but not on my team. We got too much going on.
Somebody smart in the room.
We got too much going on in Cleveland to handle that. We might as well bring back Johnny Manziel.
Now, I get it. I will agree with you on this. Deion, his aura, like he said, I seen that. Deion's aura is large. I give you that. You are absolutely correct. And Deion probably, if something was to happen where the Browns actually picked it, I don't honestly think the Browns would. I just felt like I was just basing it on the system and the understanding of the game. So I do agree with you that his aura is strong, and that he would probably cause some problems in Cleveland, and Cleveland is probably going to stray away from Deion. But we're talking about the player right now. We're talking about Shador. We're talking about him. And so, okay, so all right, let it ride. Junior, sit your ass down. That's my dog, Soka Junior. That's my dog. But okay, so if we don't go for Shador, how does Cam Ward? Oh, matter of fact, let's go to your boy Howard. He had a great game against Oregon yesterday. How does Howard fit into the scheme? And did he declare? I'm not even sure if he declared for the draft. Did he declare for the draft? Christy?
Is he? I haven't heard him declare, but if he were to fit in with the Browns, I think he would do okay. I mean, as much as I love my Buckeyes, I prefer different quarterbacks over him, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Will Howard. I love you.
Will Howard is a 5th or 6th round quarterback. He is not. I mean, if the Browns pick him, it'll be the 5th or the 6th round. This guy is. I mean, yes, they got a somewhat decent record, but I mean, he didn't beat Michigan. He ain't looked good all season. He started off slow. Yeah, he beat the Oregon. He blew him out. He did his thing, but ain't no buzz around. Ain't no buzz around him.
Yeah, so
he ain't on nobody's radar.
Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes. Somebody mentioned, I don't know, I think it was one. Matter of fact, it was Don Fowler. Don said that he felt like this draft class is weak. So I'm asking you, if this draft class is weak.
No, he said if it is weak.
Yeah, if it is weak. So if it is weak, where's the guarantee about the guys next year? The guys next year is on the goddamn bench. They not playing. So I don't understand the analytics or the philosophy of what determines a weak draft class, in your opinion. What makes this class so weak or strong and the other class too strong and too weak? Somebody please tell me. And I ain't talking about Mel Kiper and all that old goofy shit. Why is this class maybe mediocre? Can somebody answer that for me?
Well, when I would tell you this class is weak because if you go look up the stats on the class and where they're going, they already got them rated. Where they going? What round? So, I mean, if you want to get a franchise quarterback, that is a first rounder most likely, but you ain't gonna get too many. I mean, well, who was the 49ers? They got Mr. Irrelevant.
Brock
He
Purdy.
ended up Brock Purdy came on and did something, but what I say is a weak
round.
So, yeah, it's a weak class because there's
Tom Brady, 5th round.
Yes.
Tom Brady was very last draft.
Russell Wilson, 3rd round.
Yes. But
Aaron Rodgers, 2nd round. I mean, I don't. Not to cut you off, TB. I don't believe in that shit.
That's organization. Look at the organization they at. Look at the organization.
Can I say something? Because like I have seen where we have expected quarterbacks to do much better in the NFL than what they have. And then we've seen some quarterbacks go into the NFL that were pretty, like mediocre in college and actually do a lot better. So, I
Correct.
mean, you know, you there's quarterbacks from Baylor, there's quarterbacks from UConn, there's quarterbacks from maybe even North Carolina after Bill Belichick goes there. But it just because you haven't heard their name all season
Correct.
doesn't mean that they're not going to make a huge impact on the NFL team. So, just keep that in the back of your mind because, someone that doesn't pay a lot of attention to a lot of the different colleges aren't going to know a lot of the different names out there. So when they see the draft and they see these guys going, they're going to be like, who the hell are these? But yet they've been in front of your face the whole entire time. It's just they may not play for one of the best college teams. They may not have one of the best college coaches out there.
Yeah, and but when I say it's a weak draft class, and the way that all the people that y'all named panned out is why they panned out, because they set for a year or two. When right now it's the microwave era. Once you get drafted, you expect it to play week one. And these are 18, 19-year-old rookies that got to learn the playbook, got to learn formations and all this stuff, and they got to learn these defenses. Some of them ain't built for it right then. That's why they don't come out that good. But the ones that y'all name, and like how she was saying, yes, it's going to be some guys that's going to come out and they're going to be like, wow, they panned out. But guess what? They sat on the bench for 2 or 3 years, and guess what? The game got slow to them because they learned their playbook. They learned formations. They learned coverages and all that stuff. Look at DTR. DTR is in his third year with the Cleveland Browns, and I don't know if y'all watch HBO Hard Knocks. He said one of the most ridiculous things. Winston was trying to teach him. He said, "What coverage are they playing?" He said, it's a one shell high. That means it got one safety high, and probably man or zone. This guy said probably man or zone. This is your third year in football. And guess what? There's only 2 coverages, is man and zone. And he like, oh, they probably in man or zone. He didn't even know this is your third year. That's why he's probably not going to come back next year. So I'm gonna leave him alone. I go into a rant.
I'm gonna give you an example of somebody that I mentioned. Russell Wilson won. He beat Matt Flynn out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, those things are rare. Don't get me wrong. This is my whole thing, and I'm gonna start with the combine. I believe the combine has always been a dog and pony show. Guys who were ranked lower because they ran a 4.3 and they had a fucking 60-inch goddamn vertical, and now all of a sudden they shoot up the draft board just because of their physical attributes, but not their understanding of the game. And that's where I feel a lot of teams change it. They change their draft boards when they in their huddles and they do everything, in the war room, as they call it. Damn, Don, that's a lot of stuff. But anyway,
but it's important.
Yeah, but they change things because this guy is so physically gifted and not about the understanding of the game. So when it comes to what the Browns need to do, damn, Christy, take that now. I can't even see my face on it. So
I know, I was like putting my nose above it.
Nah, man, no disrespect to down some of my admins on TMDE. I believe it is about scouting. We pay. I
like that YouTube comment.
Yeah, we pay these guys good money to scout, go out, watch the film, watch the tape, and say, yo, I think for this defense, this offense, this player fits our mold. And I believe a lot of teams, because of these different guys, Mel Kiper and I can't think of the other so many people. And hey, he should go first round. What they said he should be third round. Now, because of the combine, people talking smack, they get these guys based on popularity. Who's gonna fill the seats in the stands? And that ain't the right move. And the Browns, the reason why Deshaun Watson, TP, I know that's your boy, is still in the mix is because of we can't admit that we spent this money and we fucked it up. And that is what it is, man. That's just my personal opinion. I don't have anything personal against Deshaun Watson. I like Deshaun, but it hasn't. Yes, Christy, they need to hire you. Who's on the show in comments? Make their own comment.
Well,
But
I
yeah.
got one. I got one for you. Then, okay. What do y'all think about? I know y'all don't like Four, but Four when he come back and he work.
I
on
like
whatever-
Jerome. Come on, stop it now. Stop it.
No, not Jerome. Not Jerome. Four. When Watson get healthy, compete with Kirk Cousins, and with that third pick, we trade it and go back, trade it and get some picks. We go back to 4 and we pick up Carter from Penn State and get an edge rusher to go on the other side of Myles Garrett to make this defense nasty. So Myles Garrett can't get doubled and triple team no more. And he got the partner that he's been wanting since he's been in Cleveland. And we have we get one of the nastiest defenses again, and we make a long run, like we did with Joe Flacco and like the Ravens did with where they had Trent Dilfer.
You know what my question
Okay,
would
go ahead,
be?
Christy. Go ahead.
Okay, if I was in the position to go out there and do the scouting, I would look at Miles and I would ask him, what do you want us to do? Does he want that bookend that you say he's been wanting this whole entire time? Does he mind getting double teamed and triple teamed? What would he rather do? He said he doesn't want to rebuild. All right, Miles, you're the biggest star on our team. What do you want us to do?
He's been speaking for 3 or 4 years. You
But
always
he's
hear
been
Miles.
speaking
You always
cryptically though. Like he said he doesn't want to rebuild. So what do you exactly mean by you don't want to rebuild? What do you want to do?
Oh, when he don't want to rebuild, he don't mean how everybody talking about y'all want to get rid of Denzel, y'all want to get rid of
Right, it's not gonna be a dumpster fire. Everybody's gone.
Dumpster fire. He don't want to go that. He wanted. Hey,
We don't want that
let's
either.
be aggressive in this offseason. Go spend some money. And what do you always say? If I'm getting doubled and triple team, what are the rest of my guys doing? He says this every year.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? He's mad at the rest of the guys. So
He should be.
He would be happy to have somebody on the other hand. He had Zadarius, he did all right, and he had Clowney, he did all right. None of them did what he wanted, what he want them to do. We got to go out there and get somebody.
Okay, hold on. So I got something. Miles never really said what direction. He didn't say a bookend. He just said that he wanted to see, illuminate him, enlighten him on the direction of the team. Who is the field general? Yeah. Who's the field general? Everything. If you can't put points on the board, you can't win games. It's not the defense's job to score points. If they do, it's all good if they do. But what if they don't? So me personally, and logic to me dictates, like Spock and all that old good shit, that you need a field general. So if you bring Cousins in, okay, cool. It is what it is. You got to draft. The QB room has to be rebuilt. You have DTR as not it. He's not it. No disrespect. He's not it. If it's not Sanders, if it's not Ward, if it's not Gabriel, if it's not all these other college, when they say it's weak, like I said, I feel like that's a ploy to get other teams to fall if they really don't want to and change the draft board. If the Browns trade back, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm just telling you. Go get one of these boys and let them do what they want to do. Sit behind. If you do get Cousins, if you do get Donald, or you bring somebody else in who's a free agent, let this guy do what they got to do. And the biggest question to me is, will he fit in Kevin Stefanski's offense? Because we don't. Hey, I'm not saying I want him to be fired right now, but it has to work. It has to work. So bring a guy in, which makes me believe, like, how much say does Kevin Stefanski have? Real talk. What do y'all think? How much say does Kevin Stefanski have in drafting, Christy?
I would think as that coach, he would have a lot. I mean, I didn't think that he would have more to say than the GM, but who the frick knows? Like, unless you're an insider and you work, inside one of those organizations, you don't know how much pull the head coach has at each team.
No doubt. TP?
Well, I mean, first of all, me personally, I will get Kirk Cousins and I would get Cam Ward. I would have all three of them. And like I said, Kirk Cousins is he's we only paying him a bag of chips. Why not? I mean, it's not going to hurt. And you ask who has the power. The top 10 picks always going to have to go through the owner. This is the owner's team. He going to have to sign off on every top 10 pick. But your boy Jimmy and D Haslam, they tried to just come out this past weekend and said that they are puppets. They trying to say that they are not the ones pulling the strings for the Cleveland Browns. They want, and that's the bad thing about how dysfunctional Cleveland is, when the owner come out and say that they're puppets and trying to put the blame on AB, put the blame on Stefanski, everybody else. And they say, nah, it ain't us making these. We y'all keep talking about we meddling. We're in it. No, we're not. We're staying out of it. I mean,
Bullshit.
you don't even need to make these comments.
I know for a fact they're trying to tank us. I've seen it for years.
If you wanted to draft, if you wanted to draft Ward and you wanted to get Cousins, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And then you keep your boy in the background, because basically that's what's going to happen. And I'm cool with that. I have not a problem. If it was Sanders, like I said, and somebody else, I'm cool with that. All I'm saying is, if you trade back, I'm gonna turn the goddamn TV off. I'm done. I'm so serious, it's a fucking heart attack.
Okay, what about we get Sam Darnold? Then we got to trade back.
No. Sam Darnold's a project. You got to ensure the future. I need depth. We need depth at the position, because if Sam Darnold go down, you can't rely on Watson. Watson's still recovering from Achilles. So you got to put some kind of goddamn rookie out there. So we need a bridge quarterback, number one. If you're going to keep your boy Watson, okay, cool. He's in the background, cool. What else do we have? And what we got right now does not compute to me. Real Rodgers, we don't compute. I'm just saying.
Well,
So,
I mean, the
piss
biggest.
on Aaron. I don't have to. God damn it, Dom. I'm gonna take your admin status away from your ass. No, I'm just playing. The
biggest problem, we could talk about quarterbacks all day, but if we don't address the offensive line this offseason, nobody's going to succeed.
Bro, we got more than one pick though. I hear what you're saying. We need running back. We need a running back. We need a book. See, we talking about we need a book in for.
We need a whole offensive line that stays healthy.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
And we do. But like I said before, who is the field general? You got to get your field general. You can have the baddest. I mean, I'm just saying, you can have the baddest defense in the world, but if you ain't scoring no points.
Okay, when I got another one, because I've been pondering on it, and he's going to be a free agent. How do you think that if T. Higgins come available, would you cash out on T. Higgins?
Oh God,
is T. Higgins a guy that we spend Jared Judy money on or more? Is he that guy? I don't know. I mean, not because he's from Cincinnati. I don't know if I can. He's going to be the hot commodities that everybody's going to go after, that try to take from Cincinnati. But I just don't know if I can spend the bag on him, man. I don't know. What y'all think?
I don't like personalities like his. I stay far away from personalities like him. So no, I'm with Joe. I'm like, no, back.
So you just pissing on T. Higgins because you don't like his personality?
He's one of those guys that I feel is all about him. He, like he's gonna showboat, and it's gonna be all about him, and he's gonna make it all about him. And if he doesn't do good, he's gonna put the blame on everybody but himself, like he's done before. And I don't want that in the locker room.
I don't think
he's more drama than a girl.
I don't think T. Higgins would come with a low price tag. I would love to see T. Higgins opposite Jerry Judy. I would. Oh my God.
He needs somebody on the other side, and that's that.
But bro, who's throwing in the ball? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, we keep talking about getting these badass bookends, but who's throwing in the goddamn football? That's all I'm saying. If you don't have a man, pull my ass. Man, come on, bro.
No.
Stop it, man.
I'm so over that.
I am. Because I'm gonna say this real quick before we end the show, man. Deshaun has a long road to go to. Not only does he have the road to recovery, he has a road to discovery. Like, I need to discover how this offense works. Like I said, TP, I know that's your dude. I know that, man. It is what it is, but I'm just giving you 100% of the truth. How do you expect this man to compete after coming off this catastrophic injury and then being in OTAs, being in preseason, and trying to compete? I believe the only reason the Browns are keeping him on this roster is for this money, pup list, IR. I have no faith in whatever he's doing. I'm sorry. I got to keep it real, though. So how you feel about that, bro?
I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, he ain't showed me nothing. But I told y'all from the beginning of the season, I said we can't judge Deshaun Watson because we don't have a line. So, I mean, everybody came in stunk because we didn't have a line. So it ain't. It is what it is. I mean, it's on him to come out. We got to start supporting our players, and I'm trying to get behind him and support him. And hey, if they got to let him go, they let him go. But I mean, I like we was talking about the quarterbacks. I like Cam Ward #1, Shedeur #2. I would later rounds I would get a Jalen Milrose. I like Quentin. Was it yours? I like him. I mean Quinn. Then Carson Beck would be my last guy. If I get any of those guys somewhere through the draft, I'd be happy.
All right, Chrissy.
Y'all keep saying that Sanders name and it's killing me. Like, seriously, it's giving me a headache. Y'all need to stop with that. No. Trust me.
You know this is being recorded, so if we get him and he ball
And
out,
that's fine.
Yeah,
you know what?
ball
That's
out.
fine. If he does, then I will come on here and admit that I'm wrong. Just like I said, I was wrong about a different quarterback that came from Ohio State that don't come in and pay for the Browns, but I wish him well. Anyway, we need an offensive line, yes. We've had too many quarterbacks that we have killed that because we haven't had an offensive line. It's been happening since we came back in 1999, and poor Bernie was out there scrambling his ass off, and Vinny Testaverde too, because we had no offensive line back then either. That is our hugest problem that we've had ever since the dawn of my existence. And we seriously need a quarterback too. Like, I mean, it's just, there's not enough picks. So we're going to have to do some free agency work, and hopefully we'll get some big guys out there, and hopefully we'll figure out if Miles wants a bookend, who he wants us to go after, so that we make him happy and keep him happy, because that's all I really care about is keeping Miles happy, because he honestly keeps this team together, you know, and I think he's keeping the city of Cleveland actually like from imploding. Like, you know, you see him out there supporting the tribe. You see him out there supporting the Cavs. Of course, he's part owner, but you know, hey, I just, you know, he's our biggest cheerleader, and I want to keep him happy. But
well, I got a question for you. I know you don't like the Sanders name. Do you have a problem with Shedeur's game, or do you have a problem with his father?
She already said he got a problem with his papa.
That's what I'm saying.
he's an okay quarterback.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I think Hunter
No,
makes him look better.
You're right.
You know, and I would rather have Hunter over Shedeur.
You don't want him.
He
You want a
could play
two-way
both
player?
sides, so yeah, I do, because I love that shit in high school. Like, I remember back in high school, a bunch of, you know, the guys, they would be on offense and defense. Javon played on offense and defense, and I loved that. I thought that was like the best. And then he went off to college, and they were like, "Nope, you're gonna play defense." And I was like, "Oh, but Javon was so awesome at wide receiver." So, you know, it just, I like the double. I like the, you know, you can play both positions. But yeah, I would rather take Hunter over Shedeur. I think that Hunter makes Shedeur look good, and I don't want Deion's drama.
If I had, in my perfect world, if we had the #1, #2 pick or whatever, or maybe the Browns, I would maybe possibly try to move up. I would love to have Travis Hunter opposite Jerry Jeudy, and then Shedeur in the background, re-sign Nick Chubb. I think you would honestly be working with something.
Stop it with Shedeur.
No, for real. I'm just saying. I already know. Like I said, you know the drama that comes behind that. We're going to go here in a minute. I just want to see this team. I don't, like Miles said, I don't want to hear nothing about a year or two down the road
No.
and all this cap problems and people got this and that. And to me, the Haslam focus right now is that goddamn dome. You know what I'm saying? But if you put out a trash product, I can't go see. You know, it is what it is. All right, y'all. We got a dip. Ladies first. Christy, got anything you say before we sign off?
No Sanders. No Sanders, unless it's Colonel Sanders KFC. That's okay. No Deion Sanders.
Are you saying that because with black people we like chicken?
No, I love KFC. I freaking love KFC, and it's right around the corner from my house. I can actually walk there.
I was just playing. TP.
Yo, I mean, y'all know I roll with 4, but I mean, let's get Kirk. Let's get us. It's hard for us to have these type of conversations because we got to really see what we get in the offseason. We got to see what the linemen, wide receivers, linebackers, defensive ends. Then we can really dive in. So stick with us. Keep tuning in every Thursday at 8, and we're gonna keep giving y'all the updates and all that stuff as it goes on. So then when the draft comes, we can really dive into this draft. But yo, this is your boy Thorough from the My Dogs podcast, where my opinions are always just my opinions.
No doubt. And I forgot all the sponsors, man. Make sure you get fanatics.com, get all your official licensed gear. Oh my God, it's so wonderful. Guardian caps, taking one hit at a time. And Cleveland 13 News. We did some toys for tots. It's 2025. I love y'all. Y'all stay tuned. We about to do big things. Look, Chris got the badge up.
Cleveland 13 send me to the Pro Bowl.
TP about to have his badge too. And like I
Send me
say
to the
every
Pro
week,
Bowl.
God damn it. Go Browns, bitches. And we will see y'all next week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.